Today is Tuesday, November 25th, and I'm going to try to do this video in a way that it'll be a little more visible than the ones I did last week. So here we are looking at, I'm going to look at last Thursday and Friday, and then yesterday, which was Monday, and today, which is Tuesday. And here's the chart for last Thursday, and it was a little bit unique in that it was so good for fading this down move that I very, very quickly reached my objective, and I continued trading for a while because I hadn't put in much time and had plenty of energy left, and it looked like it might still present some more opportunities. So I went ahead and actually had $1,000 after an hour and 2 minutes, and I couldn't resist another trade or two. This is the trade I made. It came about 10 minutes later. The market went almost straight up to this obvious place, and I was very impatient and got in a little too early and scaled the second one and just settled for break even. So it was showing me that I was that I had lost the timing and the rhythm that I had here. So just to give a little better understanding of how I'm trading, I'm looking for the spikes, and I'm looking for new lows on the day. It kept making new lows, and I'm simply using the very natural ability to just look at the price action, and when it's just about out of gas, take a couple ticks off it. I had a couple trades that this one was 3 ticks, this one was 5 ticks, most of them 2 ticks. So it added up to $1,000 very quickly, about 1 hour after the open, a little more than an hour after the open. I did take one more trade to finish the day. I wanted to get a little more for commissions because I had put on 63 contracts, so I took another 2-ticker at a little bit later in the day, 11:28, and that last trade was right here, another obvious situation, a very long straight up move to an obvious resistance point. I just took a couple ticks there at the end of that. So let's go on to Friday's action. And Friday, generally, a lot of times, Fridays they have normal trading for the first hour or two, then things sometimes slow down. So I started off, first trade was at 8.50, had a couple of trades quickly, and had one that gave a good pop here that made it so I didn't have to trade much more on the day. When I can get a trade of $337 in one trade, $112.50 in another, I only had to put on 21 contracts. Actually, I'm sorry, this is today's chart. So I got into November 25th, and this is Tuesday's trading. So very, very quickly, in 50 minutes, I had my goal, but it was really a little better than my goal because with only 21 contracts, I had the $750. So it was more like an $850 day the way I usually trade, because I might have 40 or 50 contracts at that point. So that was a real good day today. I'll take a look at yesterday now. So this was Monday. Monday was also 750, and it's good to look at yesterday compared to today to understand some of the nuances of trading the way I do, which is very active scalping, because today was such a remarkably efficient day in terms of my entries. The market was moving very, very fast. You can't tell just by looking at the chart, but there were a lot of 4 and 5 tick moves in a few seconds. You can look at most of my trades. The first one was actually a slow one that I only got 1 tick on, but The next one was 8 seconds. The next one was 2 seconds. The next one was 2 seconds. The next one was 6 seconds. The next one was a little longer, 13 seconds. The next one was 6 seconds. So yeah, these trades, the biggest trade, 337.50, was the one that took 13 seconds. So very, very efficient trading. The market was very cooperative and provided its rewards very, very effortlessly. Now, yesterday was the exact opposite, and some of the worst trading I've done in a long time, yet I just could still get my goal, and that's the point. You have a goal, and you're not worried about, I'm only paying $3.50 a round turn. You don't worry about the commissions. If you have to settle for a tick, it's still, on 3 contracts, $37.50 still leaves me with $26 profit. So this day, 75, 37.50, 37, a lot of one-tick trades because the market would just stall after I got in, and I wasn't sharp. It was Monday after the weekend, and I was a little too early on a lot of my trades, so I would be down 2-3 ticks and settle for a tick. But nevertheless, it wasn't exactly a torturous work day to get the by 11:37. My first trade was 9:11, so a little more than 2 hours, 2.5 hours almost. Got the 750 and put an end to it on the day. So that was Monday's action. And now looking at Friday that we left out, let's see, November 21st was Friday. And Friday was right in the middle of the road and pretty much what I'm looking for. Very, very easy. First trade, it was a scale. I got in a little too early in the middle of the opening range zone, but it was a very safe trade in the sense that they had retested the open range and gotten a new extension on the low, so I felt this was a very safe trade. Nice slope on the moving average. So I took a scale, settled for 75, because I'm very conservative on those. And then most of my trades got a couple ticks very easily. New lows on the day, new lows on the day, new lows on the day. A quick 187.50 on a typical probe to new lows. A very good, almost a 50% area here, resistance from earlier lows. Very, very safe entries for another 225, 260, 250. Another 50%er. It was easy to get in pretty close to the high, pretty close to the low. My last trade to cap it off. So 36 contracts, still a pretty good profit on 712.50. So those are my 4 days. Down here was the previous close range here. So you can see consistently in my trading, I'm basically fading the edges, trying to identify the edges on the day. You can see in these 4 days there were no losing trades. There were a couple of scales. But all in all, one day, Monday, very, very poor day of trading in terms of my sharpness, my skills, but nevertheless got the goal a little past it, $750 to pay for at least a couple of those extra commissions. And on the other hand, today, very good market, very fast, providing quickly. Just to give a little deeper insight into what I'm doing, I'm drawing trend lines to recognize spikes when they are at prior resistance off of a break of a low like this. When it comes back and tests, remember, support broken is very good resistance. You can see that taking this line off of this high here, that was the exact tick of the fade there. This again right here, an excellent fading opportunity off of these 2 lows here. It breaks the support, comes back to resistance, and these are the kinds of things I'm doing my trading. So there's a look at the last 4 days of this method of scalping.